Hi, in this video we're going to look at for loops in Karel. So let's say you're getting really excited with all the new Karel commands that you've learned and you want to do something crazy. You want to put down 100 tennis balls. So how would you do that? You think we would do something like this, put ball, put ball, put ball, put ball, and keep going 100 times, but probably wouldn't want to do that. So what we're going to want to do is introduce the for loop. The for loop lets Karel repeat a section of code a fixed number of times. So let's repeat that again. A for loop means repeating a fixed number of times. For loops are an important part of programming, and all programming languages have for loops. So what does a for loop look like? Well, it looks like this. There's a lot of syntax, but there's only one important part for you to focus on. That's the count variable. That tells our computer how many times to repeat. What we're saying is repeat the indented code count number of times. Similar to our functions, all the code that we want in the loop to get repeated gets indented one level. And just like functions, once we stop indenting, that code is no longer part of our loop. So looking at a specific example, if we want to place 10 tennis balls down, then we write for I in range, then we put the number 10 inside parentheses, followed by a colon. Next, we put our code that we want to repeat indented. In this case, put ball. If we want to repeat 100 times, it would look very similar. Only the number in parentheses needs to change. So let's take a look at this in the code editor. Okay, so let's take a look at our for loop in the editor. So what we want to do is have Karel move across our screen. So we could just type move and then kind of copy and paste this down, and we'll see Karel move, let's say 9 times across the screen. And we do that and Karel kind of moves across the screen. But we don't want to necessarily do this where we have to type out all these commands. What we want to do is put this into a loop. So we're going to delete all of these. We'll just leave that one right there. We'll go back and reset. And now we're going to put our loop in here. So remember, our syntax says for I in range. And then we put our number of times that we want to repeat inside our parentheses, followed by a colon. And then we tab that out. And now if we run, we see Karel does the same thing 9 times. Perfect. Okay, so let's take a look at another example of Karel putting down tennis balls. So again, we're going to use our loop. So for I in range, and we'll start with, let's say, putting 10 tennis balls down. So now if we want to put ball down, we'll say put ball. Okay. Now remember, if we do this, we're not going to necessarily see him, so we want Karel to move off of that spot so we can see how many balls that Karel put down. And so what we need to do is have him move after the loop. Now we don't want that move to be inside the loop, so notice how we put it right here, not indented. And so the indented part is what runs in our loop. This will run after our loop completes. So let's go ahead and give that a try. So there we go. And after 10, Karel moves off that spot, and we can see we have 10 tennis balls. And again, really easy. If we want to change that to 100 and reset, and we'll speed that guy up, we can go there, and Karel's going to put down 100 tennis balls. And then move off our spot. There we go. And that's it. Now it's your turn to play around.